For this assignment, we're going to do an oil pastel blending assignment. What I want you to do is, first of all, get an 80-pound piece of paper and put your homeroom teacher, let's say this is Mr. Barton's class, and then write your name. Okay, obviously don't write Mr. Lundgren, write your name. Flip it over so you have a nice clean sheet, and we're going to start with kind of 3 hearts. We're going to do this with pencil first, just gently. You're going to make one big heart. I don't care which direction you make it. Make one big heart. Okay, and then make 2 smaller hearts. Okay, either side, or if you want to change the direction of the hearts, that's fine too. Notice I'm pressing very lightly. Now we're going to go back with some of our oil pastels here. This is what your oil pastels look like. Okay, and so grab your oil pastels and use them to outline and overlap on your hearts. I'm going to make these 2 hearts. I'm just going to start with going over the pencil. Okay, and I'm probably going to fast forward this for your class so that we don't have, so you can kind of watch my hands work, but not take all so long, so you have a lot of time to do this rather than listening to me do a 10-minute demonstration. I can change my 10-minute demonstration into, a 2 or 3 minute demonstration by making my hands go really fast. Now notice I've got my 3 hearts. I've kind of chosen 3 different colors to start with. Now I'm going to start coloring in. This is kind of like a coloring assignment, but watch how I'm going to do this. I'm going to use warm colors on my middle heart, obviously, because I've got that kind of reddish orange started there. And I'm actually going to use the same reddish orange. I'm going to take the side here, and I'm going to just push down and color really dark. We want to color dark, and see how my pencil line is there. I might actually go over this outside with the darker. It didn't work so well either. And then I've got this kind of thick line right along the edge here. Okay, just like that. And then I'm going to use another kind of red and go right next to that. And I'm kind of making, like, not an outline, but I'm mimicking that heart shape, right? So I've got that same kind of color there, and I'm actually going to go back with this orange one and go right next to the edge here. Okay. Just because I want it to be no white paper left. I don't want to see any sign of white when I'm done. I want to have it all totally and absolutely filled in. Okay, so I am pressing fairly hard here. Now I'm going to get some pink. Okay, and I'm actually using the side of the oil pastel. And I'm going to get some, actually, let's try some, let's do a warm yellow. If you get a pastel like this that's kind of gloobery on the side, you can just take a piece of scratch paper and kind of clean it off first before you start using it, so you don't get like some muddy brown or something on there. So here you go. I'm going to take this warm yellow and color right over the top. I'm going to go back to my pink here because I missed a spot. Go back to my red here because I missed this spot. And now you're going to take your finger and start blending it. You take your finger and you just smear it together. And this is just going to kind of give it a nice soft, even look. And it's a nice way to fill in those little white spots if you have any white spots on your paper. So you see how I'm smearing that with my finger. Okay. And if you want to, you can go back over it. I might actually get a lighter yellow here and add one more little heart onto the center. Okay, a little bit there. And now I'm going to go onto my blue ones. Put all your colors back so other people can use them later or at the same time or whatever. I'm going to use this and color on the outside edge just like I did my first one. And this one I'm going to color around the outside edge as well. Gonna get a little purple here on this one. On the smaller hearts, you'll have less, less ability to color over because there's less room just by nature. And I'm gonna get a different. Let's see, what do we have here? A darker. Is that darker? Yeah, darker purple. Now notice you don't have to be super accurate because we're going to smear it together anyways at the end. I'm actually going to take this red and put red right in the center. Oh, that's orangey. I want a more reddish red. There we go, and I put my reddish red over here. Now I did mine kind of symmetrical. You don't have to do yours symmetrical if you don't want. Okay, there's my other ones. Take my finger and blend it. Okay, you can kind of see how that's working. You can almost use your finger to kind of draw with after you've got some on there. And now I'm going to do the background. I'm going to choose... We want to like change our background from here to there, right? So I'm going to kind of use this green down here. Use some green over here and use some green up here. Okay, so I'm kind of just putting in a greenish background, and then I'm going to take another kind of green. This one's a kind of bluish, darker blue green. This one here is kind of a yellow green. Okay, and I'm going to do the yellowish green right up here at the top. And if you need to or want to, you can turn your paper to help you do the coloring around the edges. Okay, I'm going to take some yellow, just regular yellow, and kind of go right over the top of it here and blend the background in. Okay, and I'm going to take some yellow over here and blend this color together a little bit. Okay, now I'm going to take some warm color, maybe pink. Kind of do my pinkish warm color around my cool hearts. So notice I'm changing my color there. I've got the kind of cool colors near the warm heart and the warm colors near the cool hearts. So it's a little warm and cool assignment. And you can see how I'm just laying these colors right down next to each other. I'm going to give it another like almost yellowish yellow green and paint it right in between here. Okay, I'm going to get my reddish color right here. Okay, notice where I go with the red over the green, it kind of turns into a brownish color. That's alright, that's just a neutral color because you're mixing two complementary colors together, right? Because the red and the green are complementary. Okay, and let's get another, maybe this warm red right here. And I'll take this warm red right up to this edge. And my, oops, yellowish green right in between here. Alright, there we go, and now I'm going to blend these kind of together and kind of use your finger to smear it so it kind of makes some interesting smeary patterns. Okay, you can blend both ways. You can blend the blue in or the green in depending on which way you come from. I can take the green and blend it this way, and I can take the blue and push it that way. Okay, so you see how I'm doing that. And now that we've almost blended the whole thing together, you can go back Alright, and you can go back, maybe choose a black or a really dark color. I think this one's black, let me just see. Yeah, good. Black, and you can outline right next to your heart again, and this is going to help it stand out and look nice, because then you're going to have the soft blended edges in the background and inside the heart, and you're going to have the harder edges right around the heart, so you're going to have soft and hard edges together like that. Okay, so that's our finished 3-heart Jim Dine composition.